Hello! I'm at least gonna say hi to Cece. Okay, well, hi Cece. I'm just unmuting to say hi to you. We'll unmute in a little bit after everyone is accounted for. But otherwise, I'd be good. Hello, welcome in, everyone. Hello, Cece. Thank you for getting me that hydrate. You hydrating paladin, you. Welcome in, Zeralos. Welcome in, Eve. Welcome in, Anansi. How is everyone doing tonight? And thank you guys for getting first, second, and third. Also, happy St. Patrick's Day. We're playing St. Patty's Day game. The gasp. A reverse boop. Yes, alright. And then, introducing the other lovely compatriots I have tonight. Chris, Joe, and Kitty.
Hi, everyone.
Joe, you're next.
Fucking
Shoot
fitting
in
though.
order for a reason.
Have you ever had a dream when you have when you have a dream?
Oi to toy to ta to tiddly tee to tay. Welcome to the fun Irish time that we're going to be having today in the Ramdahl, the wonderful island.
The Isles of Ramdahl.
All right, so before we get started, could I have all of our lovely little players here go ahead and roll a d20, just with /roll space 1d20.
Alright, yeah.
Boop.
Slash roll 1d20. Chris. Tuk'Tuk.
17, 5.
I'm
Golby?
having troubles. I'm the problem child tonight. Is it capital R?
No, it's just /roll space 1d20.
You don't need to capitalize it.
I got a 14.
Okay, so Yai'ral, since you rolled the highest, the recap of what happened last session.
Oh, I get to give the recap. Okay. So, the recap. Okay, so we started off the session last time with all of us meeting up in a tavern for the first time, talking, chatting, introducing ourselves, chatting with the bartender. Golby got laid.
Yeah, I did.
And as we all settled in for the night, we fell into blissful sleep, but awoke in pain and agony. Welcome in, Ajon. Thank you for the raid. I will continue the recap. So, we woke in complete agony and utter darkness for at least Yai and Tuk'Tuk. Golby, I believe, could see the room for the most part.
Yeah, I could.
So we looked around and found ourselves in a large chamber with ruined, fallen pillars and just debris and 2 dead bodies in the room with us. And we looked around. We found a backpack that had notes in it that kind of recounted the adventures of an archaeologist. And so none of us have any memory of what happened between when we went to sleep and waking up in this strange place. But we checked the room out and we slowly made our way out, investigating each room as we went. We ended up finding a 3rd dead body, which Guy happily took the armor off of. We also fought, after kind of clearing the whole thing, we went back because there was one room that had a few spiders and we thought, you know what, let's just take them out. So we took out the spiders.
That wasn't exactly what happened.
It kind of was. Are you judging my recapping skills?
You know, I just decided to scream, and then the spiders decided to attack us.
Yeah, that's true. You went and made them angry. You made them angry. So yes, Golby pissed the spiders off, and we had to smush them in retaliation. And so we finally left this strange temple we found ourselves in. We found ourselves in a little campsite, and Tuk'Tuk used some deductive reasoning to figure out the best way back to the town we'd originally found ourselves in was to follow the river. So we are thus following along a path leading towards the river, and as night falls, we found this beautiful glade full of these lovely lilies with millions of fireflies. And then that's where we found ourselves.
You totally forgot on the fact that we have like man-eating things.
Well, I was gonna let those just pop onto the screen. There's some weird toad frog things.
Tuk'Tuk just like found like witness Mother Nature and the circle of life happening.
Yep. I can't get everything. But I think I did a good summary. You can do better next time. You can do better when it's your turn. With that, I'll pass the torch back to God.
As the cold water in this relatively hot environment, even at night, the sweltering heat reaching all of you, sweat pouring from your pores.
Ew.
These strange plant-like creatures that were feasting menagerie and this cloud of fireflies. Two of them butted off what seems to be the kind of runt of the pack, who then noticed a better meal approaching. The vines licking around its strange-looking lips. You don't have any time to do anything before you know you're in for a fight. I need everyone to roll initiative.
By snap they mean Golby, right?
Yes, they were looking at my sweet ass.
Okay, good.
Dang, Tuk'Tuk.
Holy shit, Tuk'Tuk.
Tuk'Tuk don't want to be eaten today.
Tuk'Tuk's like, fuck no.
Tuk'Tuk said my mortal enemy, salamanders.
This is in a good spot where you guys can see it.
With the two of them not paying attention too well and continuing to feast off of their fireflies, and this one right here beginning to make its assault at you, all of you immediately brandish your weapons. And since all three of you rolled before the three strange creatures, all of you can act simultaneously. Meaning this opens up quite a few options for combinations between you. Someone can take their action, someone else can take their movement at the same time. So, I'm going to give you 5 real-life minutes to come up with combo strategy, or you can go one by one. The choice is yours, and your time starts now.
Alright, we got 5 minutes. What can we do quickly and efficiently?
So getting to there is a full 30 feet. Well, 25 feet. If I have you guys with me, I can be flanking and doing my like stabby stab. Obviously,
Yeah, flanking would definitely be good for setup. But I don't want to get too close to... I don't know how much of this is water, because I know some of it is. And I don't know if that's going to be...
Yeah.
Can we ask God questions in this 5 minutes?
Absolutely.
Okay, is this... How much of this is water? Is all of this water?
Yes, this is all a large lake that these plant-like creatures seem to be swimming through.
Okay, so...
it's kind of like a lock of a river.
Okay.
Is it possible to stand on the lily pads?
Make a nature check. I will pause the timer while you are attempting to make that nature check.
A way to open my thing. If it were freaking open.
This is why I paused the timer.
Just double click.
Okay.
Alright, I'm just trying to think if we could...
Doing a normal roll.
15. Taking a look at these ones and glancing at the kind of root clusters underneath them and seeing how much they're kind of supporting already with various flowers, you would have to guess that each one of these could probably hold one of you before collapsing. So, yeah, you feel like you could probably stand on them pretty easily.
Okay.
I have an
Resuming
idea.
Timer.
I do have an idea.
Yeah.
I haven't burned any of my spell slots yet, so I still have quite a bit I can do. What if I'm not mistaken, grease, if I were to cast it, it would sit on top of the water? And we could ignite it if that thing crosses into the grease. If it does. Or I could just cast it over them and set them on fire.
To come towards us?
I don't think we should go in the water. We could stand on the lily pads, because like these two are reasonably close, but the problem is, if the water's too deep, it'll probably hinder our movements. It would be classified, I'm assuming, as rough terrain.
Yes, walking through the water is going to be half movement.
Yeah, so getting over to this thing is going to be impossible. Or at least without dashing. So us moving over to it seems like a bad idea. Letting it come to us is probably going to be the better. Plus, these two are going to be distracted, so we can focus the first one.
Okay. Does the rough terrain, does the water start here?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, you are at the edge of the embankment.
Okay. So we'll definitely, so I guess we can hold and let that thing move first, if possible, but we can ready our action?
Anything could be a fireball if you have enough vodka and an ignition source. I mean, that's what my grease and firebolt combo basically are.
Just thinking, since I could probably acrobatics my way here or here if I needed to.
I could. Remind me, how does jump work? Okay. I could quite literally cast jump on one of us to triple our jumping distance. But I don't want to do that right off the bat. Because again, I don't want us to have one of us stranded out in the middle of the water while the other two can't get to them. So I think having it, at least this first one coming to us, is the best thing. I might shoot it with with my longbow.
Yeah. I think that could work
probably
then.
Best.
Okay.
And if we get it within 10 feet of us, I do have the ability to hit it with my whip.
Alright, then I think what Yai is gonna do, because she's planning on doing defense or ranged offense right now, is take a couple steps back. Oh, Kibby, you get to do one of your favorite things in chat if you want to.
I am not currently on the stream because it is kind of tanking my computer a little bit.
That's fine. I will handle it.
Running several things at once.
I just need to drop the band hammer. We don't appreciate that.
I do technically also have a torch, so if you want to, when it comes closer, I guess I'll be. I mean, I would suggest that Golby be bait because he's a snack, but I can be bait for it to come closer, and then I can, with a torch, I can set it when it comes closer.
I like it.
Yeah, so that way
Okay.
you don't need to waste igniting, like a spell to ignite.
So I'm going to move over closer to Tuk'Tuk. Kind of.
All right.
And I think that will
Yep.
work because if it comes close to me, I can now just stab it many times.
Sounds like a plan. Yai's got an arrow knocked. We're ready to go.
Okay, I have a torch ready to light up the grease if we do the grease.
Hmm.
Okay, so Tuk'Tuk,
What
you are
that has
readying
a
your
reaction.
action. You're
Yes.
readying your action to light the grease on fire when Yai casts it.
When it comes close enough, then I'll do it.
Okay. Golby, are you readying your action for anything?
Mhm. Let me just real quick get my thing open. Getting ready to hit with mic and cord.
Very well. And Yai, what are you readying your action for?
I will actually ready first the grease, which I'm trying to see how big grease is again. It is a 10-foot square. So I'm going to ready grease to drop. Ooh, not that. Basically right kind of in this quadrant if it passes through there.
Okay, gotcha. So, as the strange creature begins to swim forward through the water, it seems like it's struggling to move through the water and has to exert quite a bit of energy to move any further. It first passes through this square. Do you release it here or no?
Yeah, I'll release it there.
Okay.
I'll
Let's go ahead and cast your grease spell.
Grease, cast spell, and that'll go right here. Does that work?
Okay. The creature is not standing and cannot fall prone while within water, so I'm not going to cause it to make a dexterity saving throw for that. However, it will make a dexterity saving throw to see if it can avoid being coated in the grease. And that is a natural 1. The grease pools over the top like a layer of oil floating atop water and coats this strange plant lizard creature with the strange sparkling goo. Tuk'Tuk, the trigger for your reaction has now happened as you see an area with grease.
Yes.
You throw the torch lit onto the grease right here. And I'm going
Do I need to roll anything for that, or?
You're not really. I mean, unless you're to try and hit the creature.
No, just the grease.
You're just throwing it nonchalantly into the grease. Okay. Whoosh! You throw the lit torch, and the area ignites in flames. I'm going to make another dexterity saving throw for the creature. That was for Tuk'Tuk. No. You make a dex save, dumbass. There we go.
Can I ask you guys?
A 19 does succeed, however, it is coated in oil, so it's just going to take half damage. So, it was going to be 2d6, so Tuk'Tuk, since you're the one who threw the torch, roll 1d6.
Okay.
5 points of damage. The area lights up. Can I actually make this torch do that? Maybe. Haha. With a large gout of flame bursting up, the creature recoils and clatters its jaw as it rolls back and then falls underwater to extinguish the flames on its back. Just this. And it looks at Tuk'Tuk angrily.
Yeah.
It continues its movement, and as it moves to here, Golby, it moves able to use your reaction to swing your mic and cord.
I got a 12.
As you lash out towards it, a tendril of a vine appears from its mouth and batters your cord away, causing your hands to recoil. You miss, unfortunately. No damage dealt.
I missed. It's both times.
Creature rolls forward right in front of you, Tuk'Tuk, and begins to crawl itself up onto the land. Its legs, these lines that are all lashed together, and they even seem to attach themselves to the plant matter, the foliage that is beneath your feet as it lunges towards you. But it already used its action, so it can't do anything else this turn.
Oh, thank God. I was gonna be like, can it not, please?
The other two creatures turn to see this occur, and these two are going to also maneuver their way over to you.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
This one's actually a little bit too far, so what it does is crawls over here. Oof. And you watch it swim underneath the lily pad, expecting it to appear from the other side, but you're unable to spot where it went. All right. And now we are back to Tuk'Tuk's turn.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to attack this one obviously with my 2 daggers, and considering that Golby is with me, I assume I get some extra attacks in.
You do not have advantage
Dang it.
for
That is true.
you are not flanking. However, I do believe you are a swashbuckler rogue. Is that correct?
Yes.
I know that they have a certain ability to give themselves advantage. Let me just triple check it here.
Is it the...
You can use your sneak attack. You don't need advantage on the attack roll to use your sneak attack against a creature if you are within 5 feet of it. No other creatures are within 5 feet of you, and you do not have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh gosh, okay, so considering that
So
there's
you'd
two
be...
there.
Yes, but you would be able to move here or here into the water, and be able to gain that sneak attack if you would like.
Uh, this part here is still land, right?
This here is land, yes. That is land.
Okay, I'm going to just take a step to the side then. And then do my attack, and then that can also be my sneak attack, right?
Okay, unfortunately, as you do step away, the other lizard creature does take an attack of opportunity against you.
Dang, okay.
Ooh, does a 21 hit your armor class?
Yeah.
Alright, the creature rears open its mouth, and it's strange, it doesn't have any teeth, but these sharp, thorny protrusions roll out from where its kind of lips are, and they, like a Venus flytrap, snap into your leg as you move. You rip your leg out of it, and blood begins to pour down the side as you take 13 points of piercing damage.
Oh, jeez, okay. I'm so scared now. I believe I have. Okay, I hopefully updated that. Yes, I did. Okay. Um, wow. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm going to try and kill this thing now. So, do do do. Um, okay, I'm gonna obviously hit it with my normal dagger first.
Okay. Roll to hit. Ooh,
Does an 18 hit?
18! You cut down with your dagger in retaliation against its friend, and to slice it through the hard turf exterior and get to the juicy, bloody insides. As you pull the dagger back out, you see a gout of blood splash out. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okie dokie.
6 points of piercing, and then roll your sneak attack damage as well.
Alright.
Ooh, minus 12. Ow. You watch the gout of blood pour down its back that is already burned and singed as well. You watch it recoil from you. Any
Okay.
bonus actions?
Well, since I did have my two daggers, am I still allowed to hit him with my Hellfire dagger?
Absolutely positively you are.
Cool. I'll do attack. 14?
14. You aim for that same spot, and it hard skull, but you're able to flick your wrist just enough to cut across the skin and leave it with this kind of large gaping gash. You barely manage to cut through its armor and deal damage.
Alrighty. 4.
Bam. All right, it is still up, but it is looking very, very rough. Is there any more movement that you would like to take?
I don't know if I can step back into safety a little, since I am pretty, like, monster.
Just you
Since I only-
open up to attacks of opportunity if you back up.
Oh, yeah.
Not against that creature, since you did attack it. Due to your fancy footwork as a swashbuckler, if you make a melee attack against a creature, it cannot make opportunity attacks against you.
Okie dokie. So, am I allowed only 5 feet, or can I go a little bit farther?
You've only moved 5 feet this turn, so you have 25 more feet to go.
Alrighty. I will. Let's see, 15. I'll take 15 back. And be right here.
Okay. Oh, I should also... Ding. There you go. Just get a little bit of blood on you. Tasty, tasty blood. Okay. Now Yai'ral.
Could I potentially jump from there to the lily pad there?
What is your strength score?
Garbage. It is +1.
Score, not modifier.
Oh, sorry, 13.
13. Then with a 10-foot run, you could easily clear that to land there on the lily pad.
Okay, so seeing how much damage Tuk'Tuk took, Yai is reevaluating, and she is going to go ahead, and she is going to, with a little running start, she is going to go run and vault onto this lily pad over here.
Alrighty.
And then from there, she's going to turn around, pulling out her short swords, because I think she has 2 short swords equipped. La 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 la. Yes. I have a long sword, but I don't have that one equipped yet. So yeah, she's going to pull out her dual short swords, and she is going to go ahead and take 2 slashes at the one between her and Golby.
Okay, make sure you make both of those attacks at advantage.
Okay. There we go. Attack at advantage. Wow.
Wow, you rolled a 3 and a 1 there. Your first sword glances off its hard exterior.
Mm-hmm.
Like a very thick skin.
Alright, and the other advantage.
Once again, the same. You take both your short swords and slash them across the back of this creature, but make no real noticeable cuts past its leathery skin.
Annoying. Fascinating creatures, really. I'd love to dissect one. Well, there's not much else I can do because that was my attack and bonus, or that was my action and bonus action. And I did basically all of my movement, so yeah, that would be it.
Very well. Golby, it is your move.
I am going to take a quick step back from this
Okay.
thing.
This one up top here is going to take an attack of opportunity. The one on the bottom cannot because it already used its reaction. You watch as, even though bloodied, maybe even just more furious, you hear the recoiling and lashing of its tongue that whips towards you, and its entire head then follows the momentum, snapping at you.
Mm-hmm.
Does an 11 hit your armor class?
I believe my armor class is 14. Yeah, 14.
Gracefully dancing backwards, the bite misses your foot by an inch.
Yep. Sounds about right for Golby.
Used to
Well, then
close
I'm going
calls.
Gonna use Mike and Cord again to see if I can hit the weaker one.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
19.
Ooh,
Let's
Nice.
go.
easily, your Miking cord whips out towards it with a loud crack, slapping into the side of the creature.
Again, I'm just carrying y'all.
Yes.
Roll your damage. 6.
And with that, you slash across the creature's face, and it falls into unconsciousness.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else I can do on this turn?
Do you have a bonus action?
I do not know. How does one lie?
It's a little easier to tell if you go to your D&D Beyond character sheet, because it can kind of lay things out as actions and bonus actions.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe as a bard, I know you have Healing Word, which is a bonus action spell, or you have Bardic Inspiration, which you can grant to people.
Okay.
Or you could flip it off. That's a free action.
Here, I'm gonna just take a look at what I've got here. I think I'm gonna have to throw out a healing word.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have no available first level spell slots for which I can cast it.
But you could cast it at second level, which would then heal 2d4s, plus your charisma modifier.
So how does one cast it at second level? Oh, I see where I have to go now. I'm gonna cast it at second level. I'm going to use it on Tuk'Tuk, who's dying.
Bleeding out.
Thank you.
And I got a 7.
Not bad, actually.
Which is pretty good.
In which I can heal our friend Tuk'Tuk, who was very unfortunately hit for 13 damage earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But I did so much damage after.
You definitely gave as good as you got, but ow.
You watch as all of the wounds on your leg that's pouring out, every individual teeth mark begins to close up. You can still feel it heavily bruised, but you're not bleeding actively.
Okay. Tuk'Tuk ruffles his little feathers and feels a little better.
Whoa. What the fuck?
It said it was called a dance, but that doesn't look right.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
It's smidgen. Well then, any more movement that you would like to take, Golby?
I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna end my turn there.
All right, and don't forget, everybody, if you click on your character token and then hit the F key on your keyboard, you can flip back and forth. So I think I made that work. Yeah, there we go.
That's
There's
dancing.
Okay,
Boogie.
but guess what? Whoosh, I can do it too!
Oh no.
Ring.
This creature, seeing how its back has been freed up, it lunges towards you, Yai'ral.
Oh my god, girl, look out.
It begins its assault upon you. But with a 10, I don't believe that passes your armor class.
No. not guys. 16 AC.
You watch as it begins to bite towards you, but this little field of force in front of you begins to exert itself.
Did
that work?
Yes, it did. I have a nice glowing orb around me.
Awesome.
Of
There
moving
we go.
hexagons.
Yeah,
that's a little. It's a little bit in the way, but you see it just for an instant as the bite takes place, and then it retracts. All right. This other creature, you watch as life begins to breathe into it once again. As it wakes up from unconsciousness. You watch as the wounds on its from the slash marks made against it begin to close up. However, the burn marks upon its back do not. Feeling woozy, it turns towards Yai'ral and also attempts to bite you. Ah! Another 10! It fails. Still woozy after waking up from unconsciousness, it turns to you and...
Didn't
really do much.
Wonder.
Yai'ral, you feel fairly confident that these creatures, you know, they're definitely dangerous, but certainly not invincible. And as you're thinking of that, does an 18 hit your armor class?
Yes, an 18 will hit me.
As sneaking up, almost merging through the lily pad behind you, the one that hit itself before, lurches towards you and bites down on you. But once again, that
barrier,
that little barrier field sparks open. Now, are you going to do anything about the 18 that hits you, or are you going to let it damage your arcane ward?
I will actually use a reaction and cast shield.
All right. The force field kind of creating this little plane of force in between you and the creature. It tries to bite past it, but cannot. Alrighty.
Pink wizard.
Looking at its assault that has failed. It begins to bark orders over towards the other creatures of its kin. And we are back around to Tuk'Tuk.
Oh gosh. Okay. Question. What is it called? The grease is gone here, right?
Yes, it kind of burned up, and once the grease kind of lit on fire, it kind of bubbled into the water.
Okie dokie. So I'm gonna move behind here, and then I'm going to try, since Yai'ral is right here, I'm gonna try and do this flurry of attacks one more time.
Okay, just know that if you want to get advantage, you have to make a straight line through the square that the token is standing in.
So.
And so for this, you would have to be full diagonal, yes.
Okay, yeah, no, that's totally fine. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna try and do that. I have a suspicious feeling that they die by fire, but if it's one less person that we have to kind of deal with, I'll just try to make it unconscious again. Let's just do that. So here we go again.
Alright.
Okay, I'll do my normal dagger first.
And make sure you attack at advantage.
Oh, advantage. Nice.
19 easily hits. Go ahead and roll damage and roll your sneak attack as well.
Okay. Damage. Damage is 7. And then plus my sneak attack. Also a 7. Okay, and then do you want me to hold up on my next attack, or do you want me to just keep going?
It falls unconscious. If you want to
Okay.
attack it again, feel free. I certainly won't stop you.
Okay, because like if it's unconscious, I could just see if it
Sorry, I was trying to measure
straight
something.
up dies, right?
If you attack it while it's unconscious, any melee attack within 5 feet of the creature, or attack within 5 feet of the creature that you hit it with, it automatically loses 2 death saving throws.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing that. I'm gonna have fun with that. Okay.
So, roll at advantage.
Righty.
Yeah, you cut through its skin, and it loses 2 death saves.
Alright, and then damage. 6.
You don't actually have to roll damage because it's not taking more damage per se since it's already unconscious. You're just attempting the coup de grace. It loses 2 death saves. If it loses a third one, then it's dead.
Okay, hopefully it's dead now. I think that's all I can do.
Alrighty.
You'll be one part of it. Bit my colon back and forth, bit my colon back
Next
and
up is Yai'ral.
Oh, that's perfect. So, I have my plan. So, seeing Tuk'Tuk is now in range, and I know he's still a little weathered down, I am going to cast Wither and Bloom. I'm going to center it on the one that is unconscious, because if I'm not mistaken and my measurements were correct, that will incorporate all 3 of them and Tuk'Tuk, which means I can wither these 3 and bloom Tuk'Tuk.
That sounds beautiful.
Absolutely, you can.
Cast spell. So yeah, I'll put it right. Kind of like.
So, this one, even if it succeeds its saving throw, is gonna die no matter what. So, officially killed this one as the body withers up, the plant matter dries out, the life force sucked out of this plant. It is deceased.
Yay.
Alright. The other two need to make con saving throws.
Alright. That is a natural 20 for the one on the right of you, and a 19 for the one to the left of you.
Damn, they both succeed. They have very high constitution.
So they both take half damage.
So do I still hit the damage button?
Yeah, still roll damage.
Normal.
Alright, so they take 5 points of necrotic damage each. And you watch as the withered parts of their bodies, all the little tendrils that are on their face, their back, their tails, they fall off, and they're try to grow them once again, but nothing will grow from the necrosis of their flesh.
Useful.
Yay, Yai'ral actually did something in this fight.
Yes, I did. Also, Tuk'Tuk, in case you didn't notice, you can, since I did this and you were in range, you can roll one of your unspent hit dice and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll plus your spell plus my spellcasting modifier, I believe it is.
Okay, so that would be...
Roll a d8, or you might be able to find it. So on your character sheet, over on the left side, if you see hit dice, you should be able to utilize those.
I can't... Well, my thing.
I got it. Okay. Are you going to use a hit die to heal?
Yes.
Okay, I got this.
So, since it was kindly given to me.
Okay, so you got... oops. I need to make this a public roll. Okay, roll! That's a 6 on the die.
Yay!
6 plus my ability modifier of 4 brings you to 10. If I'm not mistaken. And I read that correctly.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh.
Alright, I had to do a weird editing thing on your character sheet to be able to do that, but it's not too bad.
Okay.
Okay. And any bonus actions that you have, Yai'ral?
Yai for, let's see, bonus action will... Does she have bonus actions? Since she didn't attack, she can't do a 2-weapon fighting attack, so I believe that's it. Most of my other things are not bonus actions. Yeah, I can't do any... Because I can't do a 2-weapon fighting if I didn't attack the first round, yes?
Correct.
Yeah, okay, then no, that'll be it for my turn, and I will not be moving, so yeah, that's it.
Okay. Golby Gibertson.
It's my time to shine, baby girl.
Yay, healing! Exactly. That goes.
Okay. Let me figure out what we gotta do here.
I'm a very
You
versatile
did say it's
wizard.
your time to shine, right?
It is your time to shine. Get my hand back and forth.
I made you shiny.
Welcome in, Scotimus Rex.
Okay.
Wait, Scotissimus.
Unfortunately, I
I
don't
love
have
that.
much that I can do, but I'm going to attack, and then I'm gonna have to hit Yai'ral with some bardic inspiration in a second.
Gasp.
Bonus.
Chill with that.
So, we whipping out the ever iconic Mike and Cord. I have other weapons, I swear.
Do you?
I'm going to attack the one closest to me,
Ooh,
and that's a 23.
3. That definitely hits.
And roll for damage. A 7.
A 7. Alrighty. You slash across the back of this lizard, and it cuts open a wound. The flesh rends open. You see this kind of sap and pus begin to pour out of it. And while its wounds were closing before, they're not closing now, seemingly affected by the necrosis from earlier.
As I slash it, I say, "Don't you look away from me, you nasty bitch."
Yeah.
It looks at you.
Almost
Almost offended, almost surprised, and almost horny.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
It's always the bard.
I just have that effect on things.
And it looks at you and it just goes like,
It says Aunga.
Good
Oh god,
lord.
okay.
And then I'm gonna have to use that bardic inspiration.
I think that
I'm going to have-
was pretty inspiring.
It was.
Yeah, I inspired
So
Yai'ral.
powerful.
Okay. I don't know if I have a inspired. Tell you what. What do you want your inspiration to look like?
Oh my god. Like Oprah? You get a car. You get a car.
You get inspired. You get inspired. Everybody gets inspired.
Based on you saying that, I'm gonna make it sunburst rays.
That is very inspiring.
A rave just appears over Yai'ral.
Exactly.
Oh wait, this one's called Lucky Clover. I mean, that's just thematic for the day. We gotta use that one.
That's a good one for today.
Bam.
Ooh, okay, that's pretty fucking cool, actually. I like that one.
I like it.
That's really
Alrighty.
good.
Yai'ral, you are inspired.
I'm inspired.
Unfortunately, Golby, do you want to move at all on your turn?
Entirely
Hold
valid.
on, I need to check. I need to check something because I could bamboozle the absolute crap out of these. I could reach the lily pad over behind. Let me take a look at something.
I I mean, if it's possible for you to maybe jump on a carcass, maybe.
Gonna stand on your dead friend. Ooh. I mean, my acrobatics is 17 plus 7. So, like, it's possible. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so you're gonna leap over to this this lily pad here. Yeah, feel free to make an acrobatics check.
Oh.
As you dash forward and wanting to avoid the opportunity attack, you kick up off of the like short shrubs and trees here and kind of like triple axle your way through the air before landing with a perfect bow on this lily pad that like just jiggles slightly as you land.
Yeah, I just I don't know if you guys could hear that.
Nope, you have noise suppression on.
Clapping noises.
Here, I got this. How many claps do you do?
Just clapping. Like 3. 1, 2, 3.
Unsure if it was the clapping of Yai'ral or the clapping of your ass, you land. And now, seeing a lovely little snack in front of them, I'm just gonna roll 2 attacks at advantage. But you notice that they are not able to regenerate.
Oh, that's good.
Alright, first attack at advantage is a 7. That misses. That was the one that was completely bamboozled by Golby. The other one, though, which couldn't really see it past Yai'ral, attempts to bite you and gets a 19 to hit.
Oh, do I want to take it? La, 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 la. How many spell slots do I have? I got 3 left. You know what? I'm not going to take this shit. I'm going to retaliate. But not just with shield. I'm going to retaliate with spiny shield.
Okay, so you go ahead and roll 2d4s and reduce the amount of incoming damage by that amount.
Okay, that is... So I just do damage, right?
Yeah, just roll damage.
Normal. Ooh,
max damage. So it takes 8 piercing damage, which is good because it did 17 to you, reduced to 9.
Which
Arcane
goes
Ward
to
takes
my
the damage
okay.
before you do.
Yup, my ward is at 1 hit point.
Bam. It was going to do 17 damage to you, which is max damage for it. So, good use of that.
Retaliation!
Alrighty. With that, these creatures, they see you, Yai. They see your tricks. They saw how you weren't really good with those swords. This one's gonna kind of move over here a little bit. This one's gonna move over here and even move under this lily pad. But you do get an attack of opportunity with a melee weapon if you so choose.
Do I, though? Because I did just use a reaction.
Oh, you did just use your reaction? No, yeah. It does move away from you. And it swims underneath the lily pad, but I believe everyone's passive perception is higher than that. What is everybody's passive perception?
So open this on D&D Beyond. My passive perception is 13.
13? You can still clearly see where it is.
$15.
My perception is 14.
All right, yeah, all three of you can easily see that this is hiding underneath the lily pad and almost like fuses the lily pad to its back. Alrighty. Tuk'Tuk, you are up.
Question: is this part water? Like this square in particular? Is this part water or is this part land?
That is very shallow water. So standable, you don't have to swim through that.
Okay. Then just this part is water.
Yes.
Okay. How big is this lily pad since it kind of takes up 2 spaces?
Big enough that it could hold 2 people.
But it can only
Okey-dokey.
support the weight of 1, if I recall correctly. So you said about most of the lily pads.
Okay. Let's see. I will. Question: if I move right here, would I be allowed to do my flurry of attacks, even though I'll be kind of in water, but I'll have Yai'ral next to me? Or
So, for you to get sneak attack, you would have to either get advantage on the attack roll, or be next to a creature and have no other creatures next to you.
damn, that's okay. I'm just gonna single out this guy. I'm gonna go all the way over here and then just fight him normally with my 2
Very well.
daggers.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Dashing across the water-covered rocks, almost like you're walking on the water itself, you swing down with your 2 daggers through the lily pad itself to cut into the creature that has fused itself to it. Roll your 2 attack rolls.
Alrighty. So, first dagger. Ooh, that's not gonna hit.
Yeah, unable to see clearly where it is, you cut through the lily pad, but have just barely missed the side of it.
Okay, and then second dagger. 14.
14. Using that hole that you cut for the first time, you swing down with your second dagger, piercing into the flesh of it and kind of taking the butt of your blade and pushing it down with your other hands to really pierce into the back of the spine. Go ahead and...
Damage is 7.
Oof.
Nice, max damage.
Owie. It's spleen.
I got an ouchie.
You cut into it, and when you pull back out, your face is splattered with this spray of a dark, like really dark amber, almost mahogany-colored liquid. And it kind of splashes into your mouth a little bit, and you taste it for a second, and it tastes kind of sweet.
Tuk'Tuk does not know if Tuk'Tuk enjoys this or not.
It's almost like maple syrup.
Alrighty.
And you have, I believe, 5 more feet of movement if you would like to utilize it.
God. But if I move away, will it be able to
Actually,
hit me?
You have 10 more feet. No, because you used a melee attack against it, and your fancy footwork would allow you to evade its opportunity attacks.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm gonna walk back all the way.
Yeah, you kind of run... You kind of run forward 5, 10, 15, or 20 feet to here, put down the 2 stabs in it while you're still moving, kick off the rock here, and, like, kind of pivot and jump backwards back to the spot you were currently standing in.
All that fancy
Okay, I'm gonna
footwork.
do that for now on. Yeah, I'm gonna do that for now on. I'm
Parkour.
fragile.
Yeah, parkour.
Parkouring. This is why I'm a rogue. I need to parkour.
Alrighty. Yai'ral, after seeing that amazing parkour and hearing that sick-ass burn from Golby, heavily inspired, what do you do?
Oh, I don't like this guy. I'm going to stabby stab.
Really? What
Yeah.
tipped you off?
I don't know. I'm gonna stabby stab. I haven't gotten to
Okay,
stab.
have a good stab.
Doesn't like when I do that. Stab. Minimize. Alright. First attack. Normal. 20 fucking 1.
Easily hits.
Alright. Get that there damage. Normal. 4. And then the second one comes down. Normal. 13. Can I add the bardic to that?
13. Absolutely. Go ahead and roll 1d6? 1d8? What is your bardic inspiration die? Hang on. Features. 1d6.
1d6. Yo.
Let's go!
Got a full
You
6.
stab down, the first stab slashing into it and cutting across the kind of like back of its head. The second swing coming down, and it looks like it's about to kind of juke you and make it just barely a glancing blow, but really feeling the kind of show-offiness from Golby and wanting to kind of admiring it, kind of wanting to shove it in his own fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
You twist your blade at the last second and cut into the jaw of this creature, kind of making a perfect right angle from your first stab and your second one before pulling both of them out. Go ahead and roll damage for that second sword, by the way.
No. Yo, let's fucking go!
Everybody's trying to imitate the greatness.
No, honestly, Yai's more pissed off that these things thought they could get away without being hit by her, because it's like, she knows how to use swords. Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
She was offended that they were like, they thought they could get away without getting hacked.
This kind of bubbling, gurgling comes from underneath the water as that kind of weird sap-like blood begins to ooze out from all of the wounds on these two. Any movement that you would like to take?
No, I'm good.
Golby Gibertson. The stars point to you.
Okay. Which one is not dead?
Both of them. Both of these two.
Both of them are not. Okay. So, you know how I said I swear to God I have other weapons earlier?
Are you gonna use one?
It's
Night of
time to
Nancy.
use them.
There. Now you
funny.
can clearly tell that this one's dead.
My boomerang.
Oh, right.
Boomerang! Let's go!
I need to make a freaking boomerang gif just for this with Sokka, because yes.
Yes, I was gonna say that.
Alright, I'm writing that down. Boomerang gif.
You need to have one that's like him being like, all right, boomerang, and then like the one where he throws it at Sparky Boom Man. He's like, oh, boomerang.
All right,
I'm
well,
ready.
go
He needs
ahead
to get
and
his face boomerang.
make that attack
I'm
roll.
going to roll for attack, and I'm going to attack the one in front of Yai'ral. That's
Okay.
11.
The boomerang
I'm assuming.
flies out towards it,
Yes.
conks it in the head, and it seems very unbothered by it. But it kind of its head and twists around, and you actually catch it back in your hand.
Let's go.
Because on a miss, the boomerang returns to your hand. So kind of glances off its head, and it just kind of looks like What the hell was that? I will say you kill at least 13 fireflies in its wake, though.
Mm-hmm.
You gain 0 experience points.
Rude. Anyways.
Any bonus action?
Check on my friends. I think everybody's at full health still, right?
Currently,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Bonus action again. I can use Bardic Inspiration again if I want to. Let's see.
Oh, very nice. Practicing the Japanese.
I think I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration once more on, I'm gonna use it on Tuk'Tuk this time.
I get inspired.
Do I roll for damage on it? Yes.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you just kind of wait for a tick.
Okay. So, I give the Bardic Inspiration to Tuk'Tuk. I look Tuk'Tuk dead in the eyes, and they cannot hear me, but they see me mouth, "You are a winner. You is kind. You is smart. You is important."
Took full left.
You is ain't my baby.
Oh god.
All right, Tuk'Tuk, you are devoured by bewitched flames.
Oh sweet.
No, I'm kidding. You're inspired.
Okay, I will do the same thing I did before. I am going to.
Unfortunately,
my
it's
turn.
not your turn.
So close. We're so close.
You all watch as the 2 creatures, since they were not hit by something to halt their regeneration, their wounds begin to close up, and they turn towards each other. Both of them shriek upwards into the sky, and you watch the fireflies around you begin to grow agitated, swarming together.
Why?
The fireflies begin to go into a frenzy.
Arnar.
So I'm gonna add all of these bitches to the combat. And
If 10
roll.
million fireflies?
I would not believe my thighs if 10 million fireflies decided to eat my thighs. Oh no. Okay.
Oh.
The creatures then move over to underneath the large lily pad. Yai'ral, you do get an attack of opportunity on this one should you choose to take it.
I will go ahead and take it. Let's go and take a swing with the swordy sword. Attack, normal, 21.
21 will hit.
And damage.
Eight points of damage on this one. Woo! You watch as it propels itself forward. You stab and cut into its back, and as it launches away from you, your sword is almost wrenched from your hand, but you hold it in and just leave this gaping wound. It swims to underneath the lily pad, but actually glides out a bit further into unconsciousness.
Kill the things. We will kill the things. Goal. Now we got bugs to deal with too.
This one, on the other hand, disappears underneath the lily pad. All right. That was their turn, and we are back to the top with Tuk'Tuk.
Since it did a weird thing with its back, this lily pad is not a thing, or is it anymore?
I'm still gonna say that it is.
Okay. So I was wondering if I could.
Ah, here we go. Now they're fireflies. That works.
Let's see. Because I was thinking I could go here and then acrobatics my way here.
Sure. Yeah, you kind of jump and leap to here for 10 feet of your movement. Make an acrobatics check. And describe how you utilize the acrobatics.
Because Tuk'Tuk is also like really short, but also taller than in the weird height of a Kenku. We'll parkour, and you can just see a little tiny little ball, flying like a little noom, all the way to the other lily pad. So let me just get.
And what do you parkour off of?
See. I will parkour off of this thing.
Off the lily pad?
Off the lily pad, yeah.
Okay. So you run from here, kind of jump over onto the lily pad, and use its buoyancy like a spring from Sonic to just kind of bounce your way over to this other lily pad and land.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to attack with my 2 daggers. Or, yeah. Attack with my 2 daggers, I guess on this one. On this firefly swarm.
Okay.
Yeah. I know I have 2 there, but I will prioritize 1. I just need to get to those little swampy things. I should really invest in a fire weapon.
Yeah, if anything, if this battle has taught us anything, we all need more potential for fucking fire.
I was also gonna say at this point we can't care for Mother Nature. We're just gonna burn everything down now. Does a 12 hit fireflies?
1 moment. Yes! Barely!
Oh gosh, okay.
As this swarm of fireflies buzzing back and forth. You just take several little stabs into the swarm trying to hit them, and you do manage to pierce into a few of them.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage.
5.
Yeah, piercing your dagger forward, you're able to kill. Why are you not letting me do that? There we go. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna have to do it that way. Why are you different? Hang on.
Different is bad.
Yep.
But I'm
Yep.
heading to my way.
There we go. Hey, you're normal. You're normal. Okay. I did that a little weird with one of them, but we're okay. And then I just need to you in. Perfect. All right. Then
Hellfire dagger?
your Yes, your Hellfire bonus action.
Cool.
Another few fireflies get stabbed and slashed at. Go ahead and roll damage. Or another 2 of them are cut down.
But these ones turn into blobs that go into the rivers.
Only humanoid souls that are killed with the
I wanted
Hellfire
little
dagger.
blobs. I wanted
No,
little blobs.
unfortunately, no little hell blobs.
Well, okay.
Alrighty. Then I believe that is all that you can do for your turn.
Mm-hmm.
This swarm of fireflies looks around for something that may have agitated it and heads towards Yai'ral, surrounding Yai'ral, and all of them begin to bite down upon you and like land on your clothes and begin to kind of bite into you. Do, 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 do. 21. Does that hit?
That will hit.
Okay. You watch as they like crawl in between your skin and your armor and just begin biting into you. Dealing 8 points of piercing damage.
Alright, the ward is empty. I take 7 damage. Do. And then...
Did you want to use a reaction to reduce the damage using Spiny Shield and also heal your ward simultaneously?
Actually, yeah. I like that idea. We're gonna do that. Do another
I know.
Spiny
New
Shield.
character.
Yeah, last first level spell shot slide. What? We will go ahead and do that. We will go ahead and roll for it. 4.
Okay. And they take... 2 of them die in the process of getting stabbed by these little spines. So you only take 4 points of damage. Your arcane ward is 4, which happens... I will just say after you take the damage.
Okay, I took the damage, so I'm at 23 because the ward would have taken 1 damage and then it would have...
Ward took 1 damage, you took 3 damage,
yep,
and then Ward heals by 4.
Ward heals by 4, okay. Got it.
Okay. That is the Firefly's turn. Yai'ral, it's your turn.
She's like hardcore glowering at these fucking bugs that dare fucking like just swarm around her. Let's see, what do I got left in the tank? Actually, no, I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, haha. That is a... Now, I know it's not gonna work completely, but I'm curious if this will work creatively. How would Gust Barrier work with a swarm of insects?
I feel like it would fling them off of you.
Okay, then I'm going to...
If they fail a strength save.
I'm going to Gust Barrier around myself, just to kind of whoosh.
Alright, let me make that strength saving throw for them. They are all tiny, so I'm giving them disadvantage on this. Ah, yes, a dirty 1.
A dirty 1.
Dirty
The
little one.
swarm of insects disperses outwards and coalesces in a spot of your choice within 5 feet of you.
Let's send it over here.
Blah!
Sending them to Brazil.
I would send them to Brazil, but I don't think I can fling them away that quickly. Or that far.
If only.
Alrighty. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I cannot because I can't do the barrier. I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay. Next up, this swarm of fireflies here, they peer around and see the unconscious form of the thing that screamed and scared them, and they go over and begin to chew on...
Good.
Well, not quite corpse. Almost corpse.
It's still somewhat alive flesh.
Yeah, it's kind of there.
Unfortunately, it seems like they are having some trouble getting past its thick hide, so the biting doesn't actually do any damage.
Girl, you had one job. You're supposed to eat them.
They're trying. It's too hard. The steak's too tough. Wah, wah, wah.
And why?
A Golby. Golby, it's your turn.
The bugs.
Okay.
Oh, the bugs.
I am going to target the swarm by Yai'ral with my boomerang.
Okay. I'm surprised you're not mocking the swarm.
I look at the swarm and I just tell them, "Y'all nasty,"
Yo, nasty.
and then I hit them with the Shia Kazing and throw my boomerang at them.
Yeah, kazing! Roll to hit.
17.
That will hit your boomerang. It's a swarm. I'm gonna say it hits quite a few of them and returns to your hand, because it wouldn't make sense for it to stop in the swarm. They don't, like, catch it and then drop it
It's
on the
not
ground.
a large... It's a large mass of tiny things instead of just being a large mass.
Precisely. Go ahead and roll damage.
A 7.
7? Alright. You see at least 3 of them die.
Wow.
Woohoo!
We
All right.
did it.
Any boner action? I mean bonus action?
The first one I feel like wasn't on, or the first one I feel like was on purpose, and the second one I feel like wasn't on purpose.
No, they were both on purpose.
Gibby has way too much practice with bard jokes.
Mhm.
We're constantly role-playing
I'm
a
going to
bard and a
execute
paladin,
all
so...
of the fireflies. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. I
Is that your
don't
turn?
really think yeah, I think that's my turn. There's not anything else I really want to do.
Okay. This swarm of insects here saw, unfortunately, that they got stabbed several times by our little Kenku friend right here. Wahaha!
Oopsie.
Okay.
What?
They attack! 21 to hit.
Okay, yeah.
They bite you for 11 piercing damage. Nom 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 nom.
What the heck? Okay.
Our
As you
Kenku friend
just
is-
feel rushing under your coat and cloak and biting into every like pore and like underneath all of your feathers. They're like wriggling and crawling on your skin itself and biting into you, ripping out little pieces of your skin.
The bugs are under your skin. You should peel your skin off.
Yeah, I like this. I like this answer.
Tuk'Tuk already has a bald spot. Tuk'Tuk don't want to be eaten more.
This other swarm of insects is gonna go after Sparkly Boy.
Arnar.
Arnar. They're gonna bite you.
This is illegal. And I
19 to hit you.
Rude.
And they deal 9 piercing damage.
Oh my god. That's literally a hate crime.
They're biting you because you're a snack.
I told you was a snack.
One of the fireflies is actively trying to stop all the other fireflies from biting you because they think you're cute.
Damn.
All right. The one that was hidden from underneath the water and tries to bite at Tuk'Tuk.
Can they get a new hobby?
No, but they can get a new meal. And as it lurches out of the water, you watch as its wounds close up even further.
Ah.
Nom 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 nom. All right. And even at advantage, that is only a 10. They only manage to, like, they bite against you, but the new armor of fireflies that you're wearing prevents the thorns from actually piercing into you. And in fact, I'm going to roll damage against the fireflies. Oof! 8 piercing damage to the fireflies. 4 of them get pulled off of your skin.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty. The other one regains 5 hit points and is no longer unconscious. Move, fireflies, you fuckers. Oh, you're in combat. Here we go. Okay. It wakes up and sees the fireflies that were on it, and it is going to lash out at said fireflies. Do. Nom. Ooh, that hits.
Welcome in, Quartzy! Yes, D&D content, welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
Alrighty. Now we are back to the top with Tuk'Tuk.
Okay. I will actually. I'm hoping that this works, but I will attack the one in front of me, with my 2 daggers, and crossing fingers, maybe fireflies would like to eat said creature because I make it easy for them. Yes,
Okay.
I don't have attack them, but like that was the past, and this is now.
Okay,
So.
go ahead and roll to attack.
Okay.
Tuk'Tuk trying to convince them that they need to not attack Tuk'Tuk.
30, 20.
Ooh, that will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Unfortunately, since there is a swarm on top of you, you don't get sneak attack, but you can still do your normal 4 piercing damage.
Okay, and then I'll do my Hellfire Dagger. 12.
12 unfortunately misses.
Okay.
Trying to stab it and pierce it faster than it can regenerate, but it is just not functioning. You need something, some kind of catalyst to stop them from regenerating.
Okay, and then I was wondering if I could use my my cunning action to disengage and maybe not
Unfortunately,
get hit.
cunning action is a bonus action, but it still can't take an attack of opportunity against you because you attacked it, so you're still allowed to move.
Okay, I will move diagonally for now, 5 feet.
Okay?
Yeah, because
There you go. Oh, you are inspired. Do you want to add your bardic inspiration to possibly turn that missed attack with the Hellfire Dagger into a hit?
sure. Can I do that and then move back 5 feet?
Absolutely. I'm just saying
Okay,
it because we
cool.
couldn't see it because there were fireflies on you.
Avi.
You forgot you were
Okay.
inspired for a second, so you kind of turn around and go, wait a minute, and then you stab. Slash roll 1d6.
Okay.
You hear Goldie's words repeating in your head again and remember that you are inspired.
So 1d6. Come on. Come through. And then there. There we go. Oh no.
I'm gonna use the first one, although all of them technically work. So yes,
Okay,
go ahead
because
and
my
roll
thing
damage.
just.
Yeah, I
So-
saw it glitch. I saw you get
Yeah,
like
it
kicked
glitched.
for a half a second there, but that's perfectly fine.
Okay, let me see if this can work even though I'm not showing up.
Ooh, 6 piercing damage to it. Wonderful. Beautiful stab.
Cool.
And then you
Cool, and
move
then
the fuck away.
Yes. Even though I see nothing once more.
Oh, joy.
Oh no, not again.
We're gonna have some technical
Wait,
difficulties with us. I feel like the computers just hate us.
Technical difficulties.
Not quite.
Difficulties. Are you gonna move anywhere else, any further? Jump to another lily pad or anything?
Oh, okay, I'm back. Okay.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Can I acrobatics over here? Or would that not work?
Yeah, you
Or
could
actually, I can
easily
just-
jump over there.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm gonna just jump on this lily pad in some distance because I I don't want to deal with that.
Away.
Giant burn. X. It's not terrible. I'll try.
Okay, I'm gonna open my window. It's getting hot here.
Getting steamy. You had D&D yourself
Not in the
earlier.
fun way.
Nice. Yeah, not in the fun way.
Okay. This swarm of insects here, seeing how they were just gently pushed off of you and not violently attacked, they are going to reassess their life choices and go flank this. You guys don't know what they are. I keep wanting to say their names because their names are so good.
We can see
But
their
none of you have
names.
asked to fucking do anything. Oh, you can?
Yeah. in
Know
the
it? Your
the
characters don't know it. These fucking
the-
lizards.
yeah, these
Don't
these,
say it out loud.
These lizards are
These fucking
weird
plant
lizards. The viewers know what they are.
That sometimes also like their blood tastes good and like Tuk'Tuk does not know how to feel about that.
Their blood tastes good. Ooh, 16 to hit. That will definitely hit. And they nom nom for 12 points of piercing damage. This motherfucker goes into unconsciousness.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yai'ral, you see an opportunity. This thing just fell unconscious, and you know that if you can stop it from regenerating, maybe it'll stay dead for it.
Yai's just gonna smile, hold up her hand, a little, like, arc of fire lighting up between her fingers, and just hurls a firebolt at it.
Alright, go ahead and roll to hit.
Roll to hit the firebolt, which is, I think I have that on the quick bar. I do, ha ha ha. Attack. 13.
That misses.
Fuck.
No.
You
We are having an unfortunate
hurl the
fight.
firebolt. You hurl the firebolt towards the lizard, but it unfortunately is starting to sink underneath the water, and it just scatters across the top of the water, dealing no damage. Any bonus actions?
I can't do any bonus actions, but can I potentially jump to here?
Your strength score is 13, so yes, a standing jump would get you there.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
Alright. And I believe that is your turn, unless you want to move any further.
Yeah, I was gonna step over here.
Okay.
Let them do their thing.
This swarm of insects, it do a heckin' bite. It
Yum.
try to nom-nom-nom.
Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, they don't want to take an attack of opportunity.
Welcome back.
With an 11, they can't quite pierce through its hides. They just kind of fly in, try and rip off pieces of little plant matter, and then fly off. All right. Next is Golby.
Time, bitches.
I'm just wondering something. Okay, oh yeah, that could definitely hit. So, the one that's all bloodied right now, is that the one that's unconscious?
Sorry, what was that?
Which one of the two is unconscious right now?
This one, the closer one to you.
Okie dokie. I need to take a look at what I can click.
Thank you for the follow, Sky. I appreciate it.
I think I'm going to hit that one with Shatter.
Okay. We like shatter around here.
Mm-hmm. It's very useful.
If I'm not mistaken, you might be able to hit both of them if you place it well enough.
I don't think I can.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot, I think I placed it in the wrong
Yeah,
spot.
you
No,
can.
that is exactly where you want to place it.
That will I'm gonna say we're gonna move it down just a tick to here, but that will hit both of them
Not hit.
without hitting Yai'ral.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of more like
So-
that.
Do I need to do the saving throw?
So just no, both of them actually do the saving throw. So this one, and I'm going to make these public. So this one is unconscious. It will automatically fail one death save, but depending on the amount of damage, you might be able to kill it outright. So, with a public roll, the unconscious one, it's a natural 1. Fuck what the rules say. This motherfucker's dead.
Finally.
The second one. A 17, that does pass.
Boo, you stink.
Oh, it's just red because it's failed. It didn't actually roll a natural 1. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's dead anyways. Roll that damage. 12?
Well,
Good enough. The fireflies are also going to make that saving throw. They succeed, so they take 6. And this one takes 6 and falls unconscious.
y'all, I'm out here carrying.
Alright, so this one is technically, since it didn't roll a natural 1, it's not dead, but it is still unconscious. I promise. Make sure that it... There we go. That one's unconscious. This one's unconscious. The fireflies took a big hit, which I'm going to say a big enough hit that it causes them to disperse. They did not like that. So they kind of flit and... Alrighty. And anything else you would like to do?
I think that's really all I can do on this turn, so I'm gonna call it for my turn.
Alright. These fireflies that are currently upon you, Golby, they just heard a really loud noise, and that startled them enough into trying to bite you again.
Shit.
These bugs are just like, eh.
I believe that hits.
Oof.
Yeah.
That is 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh my
You're just really
lord.
tasty. You're just really tasty.
I am on like death row. I have 4 hit points left.
Oof.
Yikes.
Owie. Owie zowie. Alrighty. Then we get to these creatures, which unfortunately regain some hit points
God
and
damn
wake
it.
back up.
These fuckers. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do though.
Alright. This one here is going to unfortunately not move and instead attack the fireflies because it doesn't want to take an attack of opportunity. So... And the other one is going to do the same thing. Alright. That hits. That one hits. That's that. Oop. And that. Oh, they both took the same amount of damage. Okay. Both of the swarms are still angry, but are still fighting. Tuk'Tuk, it is your turn.
Oh god. Okay, because let's see. So 15 feet. Okay, so I'm gonna move there, and then I'm just gonna attack twice because Tuk'Tuk's really tired of this thing. Tuk'Tuk's really tired of this thing, and it's just like Tuk'Tuk didn't stab you because Tuk'Tuk's tired of you.
Tuk'Tuk is trying to stab and kill.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so the first one obviously is going to be my normal dagger. And... Ugh,
That misses.
it does. That sucks. Okay, and another dagger.
That one will
Dirty 20.
hit. Hello.
Okie dokie.
4 points of piercing damage.
Cool. And
You
then I
stab
am...
into it, it is still up.
Ugh. And then I'm gonna take 5 step back.
Alrighty. And I believe that concludes your turn.
Yeah.
Come, my insect swarm! Feast upon their demise!
I made it easy. I helped.
And unfortunately, they can't pierce through enough to do any damage.
I
All
must
right.
feed them like Mama Bird.
Yai'ral, it is your turn.
Yai's getting frustrated with these fuckers. She's gonna kind of glance at the two. She's gonna nudge Tuk'Tuk to the side and just share his space for a moment. And just be like, enough! Ugh! Just... Hatazith! And she is going to cast Diamond Dust Aura.
Ooh, okay.
So she's going to cast Diamond Dust Aura. Cast that. It's her last spell slot. She's going to put that... I think it has to be on herself, if I recall reading it correctly.
Yes, it is an aura that stretches out from yourself.
Yeah, which is why I stepped down onto where Tuk'Tuk would be, because I wanted to hit both of them.
It's a good thing I have a scarf.
So yeah, it will, let's see, it'll cast light, number of creatures equal to modifier when they're within the aura, they gain resistance to fire damage. So Tuk'Tuk, you're resistant to fire damage, and your attacks and spells deal an extra 1d6 cold damage. And as a bonus action on my turn, I can designate a number of creatures in the aura up to my spellcasting modifier to make a con saving throw against my spell save DC. And otherwise, designated creatures take 2d6 cold damage and their speed is halved for 1d4 rounds on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay.
So, make that...
Would you like to use your bonus action?
Yes, I'm going to use my bonus action to inflict that cold damage and freeze these plant monster lizard things.
I gotcha. That is a failure for the one closest to you.
Nice.
And another failure.
Yes, alright, that is...
Both of them taking 2d6 cold damage.
2d6.
And their speed is halved.
And their speed is halved.
Roll the 1d4.
Roll 1d4. 2 turns.
For 2 turns. Beautiful. So both of them take 9 damage. You watch as the Diamond Dust Aura frosts over both of the plants, freezing the water around them, binding them. I'm not even going to drag this out. You watch as their regeneration is halted due to taking cold damage. How do you want to do this as you watch the life bleed from their eyes?
She just wills every ounce of diamond dust surrounding her to freeze and freeze and freeze, and they like try and move and start literally cracking and breaking apart as they're trying to fight the urge to move away from this freezing aura until they just fall to pieces.
Alrighty. They become pure ice before cracking from the warm water that is flowing around them. Both of them are dead.
And as an added little tasteful measure, a gentle kind of, as the aura kind of swirls around her, they kind of just gently flutter through the fireflies to help try and cool their temper a little bit. Just give them a little breeze, push.
The fireflies bite back against these frozen creatures. Nom. That's too cold. We don't like this anymore. And disperse, heading back to the various flowers that they called a food source. And with that, the combat is over.
Woohoo! We did it.
She, like, takes a deep breath and lets it out, and the aura just dissipates.
With, like, a single breath of cold air, like, hot breath in cold air, this little cloud of mist emerges from your mouth and nose as you breathe out.
Well. She kind of just nudges the one by her foot, and just kind of nudges it aside.
Begins to slowly drift down the river.
Yai is curious and wants to... She's gonna jump back over here and see if she can't kind of, like, pull this one and kind of, like... She's curious about it. She wants to take a couple samples. Like, she's like, this thing's weird. I want to study it.
Sure, yeah. You may add on D&D Beyond a custom item. Plant, lizard, flesh, or sap, whatever you would like to add.
Sap and...
You don't know
flesh.
what they're called.
Yeah. I definitely don't.
Unless you want to make a check.
I am... Does she recognize them as any sort of, like, extraplanar creature? Has she seen anything like these in her various travels?
I'll
roll for it.
Have you ever been to the Feywild?
Not as such.
Then roll a history check. Not that you've heard in any of your extraplanar travels.
Okay. It was worth a try. Anyways, plant lizard things. She kind of makes a mental note to when she gets her hand on a sketchbook, she wants to, like, jot a picture down of these things.
As Tuk'Tuk rushes up behind you, the lily pad begins to sink slightly.
She'll just hop across to the shallows and back onto land.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was quite
back over.
That was quite a encounter.
You gotta leave the torch there?
Oh, I thought it was used up and I couldn't use it anymore. I'll take it.
No, it's still there.
It's just a little wet.
Okay.
Just a little wet.
Chilling.
Interactive. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Take it. I will split the torch in 3 ways.
All right, you cut the torch into 3, and it becomes 3 teeny tiny torches that last for a significantly less amount of time than a single torch would. And then you bind them back together, but kind of in the reverse to make it a triangular torch instead of a circular one.
Okay. I was gonna say, can I use survival to figure out a better place to probably set camp?
Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check.
Okay, because Tuk'Tuk does not want to stay here.
Force torch. The Triforce torch. Love it.
Oh, shoot, 11 is not.
Oh my god,
11's okay.
it's the Master Torch!
It's the Master Torch.
The one torch to rule them all.
Okay, yeah, I got an 11. I don't know how great that is.
Oh god. Right. I'm glad you are enjoying our bad humor. Once we settle in for a rest, I'm gonna say maybe we take 5. I want to go get a drink. I also need to get a drink for my water. For my water. For my plant. I need to get plant water. Water for my plant. And I guess for me.
But not plant flesh.
Not plant flesh. My bamboo needs a drink.
With an 11, you wander behind here. I believe all of you should still be able to see. I believe Yai has light. Or you have a torch or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I give.
Yeah, I've been using a torch.
You move along through the jungle, looking for a little bit of a clearing, and find a nice spot over by a large rock here. A couple fireflies flit around nearby, but not enough to be uncomfortable. Still giving you a decent line of sight towards the river and knowing where it is. You bed down for the night, bringing out bedrolls and blankets, feeling exhausted after that very deadly fight for a couple of you. One of you only receiving a couple minor scratches.
I will take first watch, as you two look like you need more rest than I do. And
that comes with having done more.
True. And while we do that, or while we're settling into rest, Yai is going to she is going to, I believe she can ritually cast Alarm, which is an abjuration spell. She is going to ritually cast Alarm in a couple spots to help refill her her thingamajiggy. The ward.
Her arcane ward?
Yeah. So she's going to cast Alarm as many times as it takes to refill the ward.
Alright, it will take quite a number of minutes during your rest to do so. But yes, you can ritually cast Alarm enough times to refill your arcane ward. Though your ward is going to be refilled with long rest anyway.
Oh, does it?
Yes, but helpful for in the middle of the night. If something were to strike.
Yeah.
But while you were casting Alarm, go ahead and make a perception check for me during your watch.
Yes. Perception. Normal.
21. You hear a few strange noises within the woods, but nothing that comes close to you. After a while, you feel your eyes getting heavy and know that it is time for someone else to take watch.
She'll kind of look over her two comrades and probably wait Tuk'Tuk second, because Golby at the end of the fight was definitely more battered up than the rest of us, so she'll gently shake Tuk'Tuk awake.
Okay,
All right.
Tuk'Tuk is now.
Tuk'Tuk, make a perception check for me.
Alright, and she'll settle into sleep.
Twins.
Wow.
As with Yai'ral, a few noises in the distance, a couple roars of a strange creature seem to come fairly close, but nothing close enough to disturb your camp. After only about an hour into your watch, Golby, you are fully rested after only needing to meditate for 4 hours to become fully healed. Golby, go ahead and take a long rest. Click the long rest button on your character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Should be up in the top right, kind of like camp.
Yep, got it.
Symbol. Perfect. All right. Golby, would you like to take final watch while your comrades finish their slumbering that they have to do?
Yes, I will. Would
Alrighty.
you like me to also roll perception?
Oh my god, the pattern of threes continues. Yes, I would love it. I would like for you to split this perception check 3 ways. 19. Throughout the night and coming into daytime, things begin to brighten. I don't have a daytime version of this particular map, but day comes upon you, warms and soothes your face and skin. Your comrades wake up rejuvenated, as I would like Yai'ral and Tuk'Tuk to take a long rest.
Cool.
All right. With the day ahead of you all, you head back over towards the river, and you know that traversing this river, walking along the side of it, it will take you 2 more days to reach the town of Dryrust. But if you were able to follow the flow of the river, might be a little bit easier for you.
Question. Yai has an idea and doesn't know if it would work. Would we be able to cut the lily pads loose and float down the river on them?
I believe that you would be able to.
Alright. So Yai kind of turns to the other two. What if we were to utilize the floating pads? Cut them loose and drift down the river using the current.
There's the daytime version of this map.
1, I believe they're called lily pads. And 2, sure.
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 Tuk'Tuk will claim this one. Like, Tuk'Tuk seems so excited about it.
Yai's gonna use her Gith Yankee psionics to just cast jump and jump over to this one.
Okay.
Obviously, Golby should get the big one. Right here.
Hold on 1 second, I'm like recentering my map. Forgot how to zoom out on the map again.
Scroll wheel.
Oh,
In and out.
I don't have that on right now.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, okay, I figured it out.
You can also right-click and drag the map to move the map itself.
Yeah. I was able to get it to work.
Alrighty. The three of you claiming your personal lily pad rafts, you begin to float down the river. It is at first very slow, and you kind of have to paddle yourself forward as you drift down the lazy river. But up ahead, you hear the crashing of waves. The river begins to pick up speed. Suddenly, barreling forwards down the river, riding these giant lily pads like a round sled down a very, very snowy hill. You zip down the river, crashing, flowing, hitting whitewater rapids. I need all of you to make strength saving throws to be able to hold on to your particular lily pad rafts.
Raggy.
This is gonna be
Unless you
hard.
have anything creative that you want to do to help yourself stay on your raft.
Can I parkour?
Can I parkour?
How?
So
Explain
if I am
how, and I
launched,
may allow it.
if I am launched into the air, I will still hold on to my little raft and try to do like a really cool flip, similar to like in like snowboarding and stuff or surfing, and just kind of ride that wave. And
Okay,
then
so you're
try to gain life.
standing up and attempting to use your balance and acrobatics to stay upon your lily pad. Sure, I will allow an acrobatics check with that then, for you.
Cool.
Okay, I have
Make
kind
the
of a
acrobatics
Also
check.
do an
You may
acrobatics.
In
Yeah,
what
also
way?
one.
Oh shit. Okay.
In what way, Golby?
I think that Golby would be memorizing the flow of the river and dancing atop his lily pad to keep himself balanced.
just like
I will say
dancing
you
around.
may make a perception check for me.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Let's see how this goes. 21! Yeah!
Okay, you are allowed to make a acrobatics check at advantage.
Let's go. Okay. Advantage. 18.
Dang, okay. Yai'ral, are you doing anything?
I
Creative?
have one idea. Let me see if there's anything else I can do. I think that's all I got. Yeah, so Yai's gonna like look at these two who are like starting to like dance around on their lily pads, and she's just like, the fuck? And she's
Golby,
instead
could you also make a performance check for me?
she's going to do something a bit more practical. She's going to lie down on her lily pad, and then using her longbow, she's going to basically wrap the bow around her back. Like, the arc of the bow is going to be sitting on her back, and the string will be underneath the lily pad, kind of anchoring her to it.
Okay.
Okay, do I just roll normal?
Do you have a plan for if your lily pad flips over and
Emergency levitate.
Okay. I'm still gonna make you make a strength saving throw, but it's good to know that you have a backup plan.
I do have a backup plan.
I'm gonna give you advantage because you are holding on to your lily pad, but if it still goes poorly, that's a natural 20. Holy shit, Golby.
Natural 20 performance. I'm literally out here busting it down sexual style on this.
Okay, so
the river is my stage. It is literally just the scene in Trolls 3 cars driving and like singing Fame. That's what I'm doing.
Oh my god.
Yai'ral, you lie down, quickly strap your longbow around the lily pad and ride it out. Your lying down is you're able to kind of grab the lily pad and even twist and turn it in specific to ride the specific curves of the river. Tuk'Tuk, you are standing up. You kind of latch your talons into your lily pad, and you're riding the rapids. Unfortunately, with the bobbing of the waves and the water, you're trying to stay on it, but the crashing of the whitewater rapids around it causes you to fall off. You're afraid that you might drown, but suddenly, wrapping around you, a microphone and cord wraps around your stomach and pulls you up. And Golby, who is dancing along with this, Golby, you, like catching a fish with a fishing rod, pull Tuk'Tuk up into the air onto your lily pad as you dance circles around Tuk'Tuk, who is now sitting there wet and just like feathers drenched in front of your face before you can like shake your head and poof them all out. And you're just dancing around Tuk'Tuk. And Tuk'Tuk, you can't see anything right now because your feathers are in front of your eyes, but Golby is essentially giving you like a lap dance. And it's working. Like surprisingly, you're keeping balanced due to Golby doing this amazing lap dance, almost like samba-esque dancing down the lily pad. Luckily, choosing a lily pad that is big enough for two people to ride upon it. As you sail down through the water rapids.
Tuk'Tuk just is like, Tuk'Tuk doesn't know what's going on. Tuk'Tuk can't see, but Tuk'Tuk feels that I should still keep my eyes closed.
You're rushing down the river, and Yai'ral, you're the first one to see this, a gigantic waterfall. As you see the jungle trees part open, you see the bright desert in front of you, but all you're focused on is the 100-foot tall waterfall that you are about to careen down.
And this is when emergency levitate comes in handy. She is going to dismount this lily pad and frickin' just levitate.
Okay, you just kind of barely hop up and just stop in space as you watch the lily pad careen off the side and plummet down. And then you turn around and you see Golby still giving a lap dance to Tuk'Tuk, but rushing towards this waterfall.
Alright, let me see if there's something I can quickly do other than shout, waterfall!
I can do something to both myself and Tuk'Tuk if y'all would let me.
Go for it.
What do you...
I'm going to cast Featherfall on Tuk'Tuk and myself to basically slow our descent going down this waterfall and hopefully land safely.
As you dance around, you kind of kick your foot down on the right side of your lily pad, causing it to turn ever so slightly and force yourself over towards the right side of the waterfall. And Yai'ral, you watch as they careen off the front of the waterfall, but their movement slows and you're like, oh, did they also cast levitate? But they begin to fall ever so slowly and almost like a ribbon dancer that does those like sky ribbon dancing where they like wrap themselves in those two large like curtains and begin to like aerial silks, and they like fall down, the two of them down. Even the lily pad stays attached with them, and you gently fall down into a very slow part of the river that has been blocked off on a certain side so that fishers are able to set up a few traps there. And the lily pad lands. You gracefully land with a single foot perched upon the lily pad, and Tuk'Tuk, you land directly next to Golby. Yai'ral, you are still floating high above the waterfall, but are able to catch up with them fairly quickly.
Alright.
Now seeing.
Back at the chat, and I can see that we have sent a Sokka gif, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes. Golby has
And
Sokka energy.
as you see the beautiful town of Dryrust, we are going to take a break there.
Woohoo!
We shall come back very shortly to
Yeah.
be within Dryrust itself.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take 5, everyone. Get quick break. Run to the restroom. Grab some water, etc. So we'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in. And we hope to have you guys enjoy our other crazy shenaniganery. So, yeah, we'll be back in a bit. Hello, we are back. Hi, sister. Oh my goodness, we missed a raid. I'm sorry, guys. Welcome in, everyone.
Good news, everyone. The Dungeon Master has been given alcohol. You're all fucked now.
All right, thank
For
you,
a hot
sister.
second, I really thought you were going to spend this whole stream in an Irish accent for St. Patty's Day.
Well, the problem is I didn't have any alcohol now, did I? And now that I got McGinnis, I think it is time for McGinnis to be the one to take over the stream. Kippy Taser, who the fuck is that? I am McGinnis McLaughlin.
Yo, Iron Mouse is on stream just chatting.
Are you really going to take this away from McGinnis, McGullicuddy, McGaffery, McFuck yourself?
Fuck yourself.
I am, because Iron Mouse.
Don't give a shite about a mouse made a medal.
It's a sin of lust. How fitting is that? Nicely done, sister.
Well, alrighty-toity then. So,
An
we have
arcade.
gotten back into Dryrust. Unfortunately, Seraphina, you missed the great fight with the strange plant-like lizards. But we are now within the town of Dryrust. Glass artwork adorns each and every house, sparkling in the bright white light of the beautiful sun. Already the hot air is being combated by a cool breeze that blows through town. Air that carries a blend of scents across the town. A refreshing smell of mist that falls from the elevated canal that mingles with the faint sweetness of ripe fruits from nearby jungle trees, occasionally overpowering the subtle scent of sun-baked clay and the dry, spicy aroma of desert herbs carried through this small rustic town. The smell of freshly baked potatoes and spiced meat mingles with the hardwood ashes and brings a rumble within your guts. Seeing how you've only had rations for what you can remember to be 2 days and what in reality was more like maybe 10. Constant trickle of water backs the melody of town life. Shouts of exuberant merchants selling trinkets made with desert glass and jungle woods within the market. The ringing of wind chimes. The ringing of wind chimes made of potatoes that hang from the elevated stones. And the clacking of hard leather shoes, tap dancing and river dancing across the stone path that brings a welcome noise of Ireland after trekking through jungle that backs you. The loud rushing of the waterfall behind you does tend to drown out the sounds of nature as well as the sounds of town. But crawling your way out of the very wet encampment that you have found yourselves within, you manage to make your way up to the shore, in between a couple of houses that you might know and recognize as the herbalist's and the alchemist's house. The smell of potatoes seems to be emanating from this building not too far away from you.
My goodness. Potatoes.
Town become obsessed with potatoes. How
If
long
that's not
were we
Ireland.
gone?
You see that there's a banner in the middle of town that says the Dryrust Potato Festival.
Very
That
fitting.
explains so much.
I love this. I love this day. Wow, this is great.
No. Yeah. It doesn't have to
Well, what the fuck are you doing? Get on with it, you motherfuckers!
Let's go, Ireland!
No, is it?
Okay.
Nope, still
Obviously, so herbalist shop, I'm assuming, has medicines.
Unlikely.
Well, hi-ti-ti-ti-ti-ti-ti-ti-ti. Yes, the herbalist and the alchemist would more need medicines, you daft cunt.
Alright. Tone it down a little bit, geez.
Nay, you're the one who gave McGinnis McGillicuddy McFucker the alcohol. This is your fault.
It's my fault. It's all my fault. I'm sorry.
Your stream, your fault.
My fault.
Oh god.
Just go ahead and bleep that out in post. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
I want to buy some medicines because we have like semi healers, but I feel like it would be very good to have some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, checking your coffers, you seem to be quite low on the amount of payment that you were supposed to receive that might be able to assist you in the purchasing of goods and services.
That's
I have
right.
been
That
paying-
butthole
I
did
have
not
37
pay us.
There we go.
So
That
took
butthole is
basically
too
just
busy being dead.
Yep. Yes, I'm sorry we missed.
Consider asshole being all dead.
Is he though? Is he dead? I don't think he's dead. Tuk'Tuk does not believe he is dead.
Also, welcome in, Delbud. I'm sorry, I'm catching up on all of chat real quick. Yeah, DIY fireball.
Even McAllister from the Home Alone franchise. Wow.
Yeah. All right. Good lordy. Oh my god. Okay, so what? Okay, there we go. All right. So we've been here before. 2? No, 2 days ago. Your streamer fault. Thank you. Thank you for clipping, CC. Oh boy. Alright, I guess I'm gonna get drinking too, because I might need it for this. Gonna head to bed, have fun with D&D. We will. We're already having a fucking blast.
Okay, so since we were gone for 2 days and did not remember,
Mm-hmm.
I as Tuk'Tuk will suggest maybe we should just talk to a few people. I mean, like maybe they've seen us before we left. Maybe they can like tell us
Wise
what the
idea.
heck we were doing.
At the very
They could have
least.
clues as to what we experienced.
Yes. At the very least, the inn.
Or if that archaeologist maybe passed by here after possibly ditching us.
Yeah.
We could, if I recall correctly, this commission was part of the Adventurers or Explorers Guild, whatever it is. We could check in if they have a guild here for any posting or
Was it like right here or something?
records.
Or was it more higher up?
I'm not sure. I believe the inn was over here.
Yeah.
One of these two buildings, I believe, was the inn. So, Yai's just gonna kind of start making her way through the square, looking for the familiar building of the inn.
Yeah, and I'll go along with that too.
Me as well.
Maybe you'll find your one night stand.
Maybe not so much a one-night stand, but rather a repeat.
You have to have some men in rotation.
If I have time for it, maybe.
Well, maybe it would help you to not be so uptight all the time.
She just kind of gives you a look and, like, blinks slowly at you, and then just walks away.
Tuk'Tuk will not be a part of this conversation. Tuk'Tuk is very much maybe more into shiny glassware.
Well, I
I
believe
find-
all of you should have access to move your party token down here.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yes, it is a wonderful drawing from our friend PB and Jolly, known as Gremlin Leona. And I just had to share it with the entirety of the stream. It is such a wonderful image of chaos.
It is a very chaotic image.
I love that.
Little chaos gremlin.
Well, passing through the status in between the herbalist and the alchemist, you wander up through the desert streets. It is swelteringly hot out here, but mist does tend to fall from these upper canals that helps to alleviate some of the heat within this desert area. I wonder if I can... Lines... Update.
You like the
There
aesthetic
we
of
are.
the map? It is a very fun map.
Thank you, I spent quite a lot of time on it. Well then. No, I don't like that. Right, so if I do this, and then copy that, and paste it. Oh, wonderful, I can just...
Do some editing. Impromptu.
I'll just make some labels for all of you. Update that. Alright. The two locations that you remember are the Dust Bunny Inn and the Rusty Tankard. The Rusty Tankard, the wonderful tavern and pub that you had those wonderful shaved ice desserts cut from them to help soothe the heat from the desert sun that reflects off of the dry stone beneath ye, and all of you suddenly smell that you have certainly been traversing the jungle for much longer than 2 days. You are hot, you're sweaty, and you step into the Dust Bunny Inn, named very aptly due to the proprietor of said inn. As
Oh
you
my
step
God, is it-
inside, as you step inside, you notice a Harangon, a rabbit folk, for those who are uninitiated within the terms of Dungeons and fuck you. Dungeons and drinking.
Dungeons and drinking.
Drinking and dragons. No, I like drinking and dragons
Drinking
better.
and dragons.
Within the world of drinking and dragons, sandy tan fur.
Oh, uh-oh. Ruh-roh,
You
Raggy.
see a Harangon standing there, a young, beautiful woman, whiskers that are kind of curled slightly even. And she looks over to all of you and says, "Hi there, welcome to Dust Bunny Inn. Oh, it's you three, welcome back. I held your rooms for you just like you requested."
Excellent.
Yeah. That was a thing that we did.
Do you mind reminding us how long have you been holding the rooms for us?
It's been a bit more than a 10-day, I believe. 11 days?
She kind of looks at the other two. Well, we appreciate it. We've kind of lost track of time whilst traveling about the jungle. You wouldn't happen to, since it's been a number of days for us, have a place where we might freshen up? I believe the term is.
Well, I don't particularly have one here because, well, in our town here, we actually have a lovely bathing house. It's just down the street. If you hit the bakery, it's just to the north west of that. It's called the Wet Rust Bathhouse. Well, we trust, but the sign makers kind of messed it up a little bit and made it one word, so it's the Wet Rust. Everyone calls it that.
Excellent. Thank you. Very much.
Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
You gotta do like the Legend of Zelda thing where they like change the text when it's like an important thing.
Swing!
It's like, ah, yes, with a sword you can use the D-pad to.
Before we depart to freshen up,
Just hold the X button to charge up a charged attack.
have you happened to see any of our other comrades who might have been with us at the time? We were with an archaeologist.
I almost forgot. Oh no. Are all of you okay? I'm glad that you made it back. Apparently, the 3 folks that you went with into the jungle on that expedition, they weren't who they said they were. They were thieves that took the clothes and equipment of the people who you were supposed to travel with, Din, Gus, and Glorbus.
We're fine. They met a rather untimely demise in the jungle.
Serves them right.
Yes, seems like it.
I mean, how poor and unfortunate for them.
Poor unfortunate souls.
In pain. In need. Of course the bard would do that.
Who wants to get the girl, and do I help them? Yes, indeed.
Do I help them? Yes, indeed. But yes, they're waiting up in room 12, which I believe is right next to your room, Mr. Golby.
Yes, the room that I definitely used.
Definitely used.
Definitely.
Well, you said that you were staying with Julian.
Yes.
Yes.
Make a deception check.
Make a deception check.
Sorry. Make a deception check for me. You're trying to lie to me Irish eyes, me Irish ears. I can peer through all ye lies. Hi-ta-ti-ta-tor-ta-tiddly-tee-ta-tay.
Hold on, I've gotta open this because I want to see my roll in real time. A 12.
He seems to blink a few times, sussing out your answer, but shrugs as it doesn't really pertain to her too much. Well then, here,
So Irish.
let me hand you your room keys back. That's room 1 for you, little Tuk'Tuk. And that's room 17 for you, Miss Yai'ral.
Thank you.
And room 13 for you, Mr. Golby.
Thank you very much.
Is there anything else I can help you with? You seem a little lost.
Sorry. We've just been a little bit out of it after being in the jungle for so long. It's really nothing.
A little fatigued.
The archaeologists we were supposed to meet, did they meet us here, or I don't know.
I didn't know you were supposed to meet an archaeologist. So like that here.
Interesting.
Well, shall we go freshen up first, or?
Yeah. Yeah,
I say
bath.
we head to the bathhouse. We go into the bathhouse.
Righty. Well, walking back outside, almost even hotter than before as you're getting closer to noon. The heat just compounding upon itself. A lot of the mercantile stores and shop fronts that are a little bit further down around here, a lot of tents that have been set up selling all these gems and jewels and glasswork, are beginning to shut down for a midday siesta, hoping to stay out of the heat for the day. They see you walking around, and some of them whisper and chuckle to themselves.
Mm.
But as ye step into the bathhouse, you notice the first thing is a beautiful amount of light that comes in here from the glass dome from above. And while it should feel hotter in here from the increased amount of light, it seems to be diffused with some kind of magical aura that is filling the sphere, providing a nice, cool, air-conditioned. How do they condition the air so well here? Oh, what an amazing thought about a D&D world with AC. That doesn't just mean armor class. But as you step inside, there's a fairly decent looking. Nothing real special about them. Human standing behind the reception. They seem pretty bored, as not a lot of people have come in yet, not gotten through the proper amount of sweating that they're getting through the day. Knowing it's kind of the slow time. Short, curly brown hair, greenish eyes, and a lot of freckles across their face, though their face is a dark tan. They sit there kind of flicking a coin, just watching it spin on the countertop, not even noticing you enter.
Ahem.
Ah, hi. They pick up the coin and pocket it. Sorry. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to We Trust Bathhouse, because you trust us to be the house that you bathe at.
Yai gives the most, like, pained smile at this poor, like, person is just like, how much does it cost to take a bath?
Well, that depends on which facility you're using. Are you using our standard baths or our premium spa experience?
What's a premium spa experience? Tuk'Tuk is like perfect.
The premium. Sorry. The premium spa experience will leave you feeling refreshed. He looks down at a piece of paper that he has in front of him and begins to slowly read off of it. That will leave you feeling refreshed and rejuvenated like a newborn baby deer frolicking through the woods.
Mood.
This seems like a rather poor metaphor, seeing as we're near a jungle and in a desert.
He kind of throws the paper behind him and it floats around and smacks him in the back of the head before it falls to the ground. It's really nice. It comes with a massage. There's a scented bath with citrus fruits that is really rejuvenating and revitalizing. There's aloe treatments to help clear your skin, especially if it gets clogged with all the dust in the air and it clogs your pores. It's really, really nice. I don't really know how to describe it other than that. There's also a cold bath if you want to cool down from the heat outside. There's a hot bath if you want to try to warm yourself up to acclimate to the temperature outside. Or there's the normal bath, which is cooler or warmer than in standard, and it's a public bathing experience for the standard bath and a private bathing experience for the private baths.
And the cost?
The cost is for the standard bath, public bath is 5 copper pieces per 20 minutes. And for the premium experience, depends on what additional things you get. If you decide to get a massage, you decide to do the sauna treatment, whatever. Our packages start at 1 gold piece, and the highest, most expensive package we have is 5 gold pieces.
Well, I personally am not. Do you have a preference looking at Golby and Tuk'Tuk? I personally don't care either way. I'd rather just get it done and over with.
Tuk'Tuk just says, put yourself.
I agree with the bird. And Golby just slaps down 5 gold pieces right on the counter and is like, give me the special treatment.
Tuk'Tuk will do the same.
Whoa.
Yai just literally like closes her eyes and is like rubbing her forehead and just breathes out slowly and is like, I guess we're doing this. I would like to take a dunk in the regular bath to get all this jungle grime off me first. And then I suppose I can indulge in a short massage. So she'll put down 5 gold, or not 5 gold, 1 gold and 5 copper.
For just adding a massage is only going to be 2 silvers.
Okay, even better. All that good.
Mm-hmm.
So, 20 minutes in the bath for you and a massage, and then the premium spa experience for you two. Wonderful. Would you prefer a male or female masseuse to take care of each of you?
Who's your strongest person?
Our strongest person would be Julian. He is an Earth Genasi. He's got really kind of rough fingers that they're not rough. Like, they won't scratch you or anything.
As he's talking,
strong.
She slowly is smiling and then looking over at Golby and then just raising a brow, like in the most cheeky manner she can manage.
Golby's face is entirely red right now.
And Tuk'Tuk is just smiling, just because.
And then we have our strongest female is Gertrude. She is a water genasi, really, really skilled with mostly shoulder massages, but is very well versed in all kinds of massage. We don't give happy endings here. Just so you're aware.
I just look him dead in the eyes and say, oh, don't worry, I got mine a while ago.
Okay. So, otherwise, we've got a number of other masseuses.
I'll go ahead and take Julian, just so you don't have an incident. No happy endings, right?
Shoulder massage does sound lovely. So I will take Gertrude.
Tuk'Tuk does not understand why it's such a big deal that Julian is a thing. Doesn't understand it.
Yai just turns to Tuk'Tuk and is like, that's the man that pointing at Golby, that's the man that he was, having a nice night with that first night, yeah?
You can see Tuk'Tuk's face go from smiling to
All right, so Julian, Gertrude, Samuel, sounds wonderful. Please leave.
Thank you.
Thank you. Here is a locker key for each of you, and undress, please, before you enter into any of the public baths. Take a shower to get off any excess grime. Soap and everything is free. Please use it.
Oh, sounds wonderful. Well, I'll see you in the bath. And she's just gonna march off to the lockers and just immediately deposit her stuff. And just is full on walking around nude at this point. She does not give a fuck.
And the guy at the front, he puts his hands down into his head down into his hands, and oh God, it's just Tuesday. It's just Tuesday. 3 more days of agony.
This poor man.
As ye wander through the common bathing area, it is fairly empty. Only a couple of a mother and a couple of kids seem to be taking a bath. The 2 kids running around having fun, and the mother yelling at them to calm down, stop running. You're gonna slip and hurt yourself. Type of back and forth, and one of them does end up slipping and starting to cry. She gets up, walks over to the 2 of them, and says, I can never take you to anywhere. We're sorry. They're just excited for their baths. Garbage. And the other kid is just crying. Just crying and crying and crying. Come on, how about we go get some shaved ice? And the 2 kids and the mother leave, leaving you to a fully empty and glorious feeling bath that you rest, relax, and wash off all of the gunk and grime from in between all the crevices that it may have gotten to. You soothe the bites that you have taken from those fireflies and relax. You go.
The bagpipes.
You do not pull out the bagpipes because those are within your locker.
I snuck them in my ass.
Roll a sleight of ass check.
I'm
Fucking hiding them in your prison pocket, Jesus.
What did
No.
I get?
You fail.
Damn it.
That is a 1. A natural 1. You try to shove the bagpipe up your anus, but you fart halfway through, sending a very loud screaming throughout the bathhouse. Several employees come in, witnessing the scene as you're trying to remove the fluted end of your bagpipe from your anus. Look at you and go, what the hell are you doing?
Can I roll a
And you see,
check?
and
Wait,
you
no.
see Julian is among them. He looks at you,
Can I roll?
his face goes bright red, and just shakes his head towards you, going, no.
I roll a deception check and lie to them and say that they fell out of my bag and then I fell on them because the floor was wet.
Roll at disadvantage.
Fucking crying.
Okay, Julian does not believe your bullshit. The other one surprisingly does, going, oh, sorry, we'll clean that up right away, while averting their eyes. Julian looks at you and goes, oh, that was no accident. I know how well stuff can fit in that.
And I look at him and I said, you know you enjoyed every minute.
I'm sorry, you did what? Nothing, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I'll clean this up. You have an appointment with, I believe, that one, Samuel. Right. So, would you like to start with your premium spa experience, little bird friend?
Tuk'Tuk not sure if Tuk'Tuk wants to be here anymore.
We'll take you to a private room, and we have snacks on standby.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think
Take
Yai
you-
was there for this, but it's just like, what the fuck is going on? She
Yeah, you
heard
get
the
to shiver
bagpipes.
down your spine that something stupid happened. and
She
then you
heard the little bagpipe,
blow.
and it's just like, oh, good
She
lord.
heard the bagpipes and nothing else.
Precisely.
Ugh.
Tuk'Tuk, you are taken to a private room where you are given a massage. You have a hot shower. You have a sauna. You have a cold soaking and a hot citrus soaking tub. You get a facial mask. You get a mud spa treatment and several different types of massages. And you are being fed snacks the whole way through. Golby, you see Gertrude walks up and says, "All right, I'm here for a Golby.
I say that would
Golby Gibertson."
that would be me.
No. He actually switched to me. You're going to take care of the Githyanki. Whatever, as long as I get paid for it. Julian
Is that
walks up
my-
to you, grabs you by the wrist, and drags you to a room. The door slams behind the two of you as he pushes you onto a massage table, and he looks at you. And tears start pouring from his eyes.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
I thought you died in that
Oh my
jungle.
god.
Well, I'm sure it comes as some kind of relief that I'm alive.
You said you were going to be back in 7 days so that we could maybe give a relationship a real run. But you disappeared, and I thought it was just your way of saying no and abandoning me without giving anything a try. And that
Promise
really
you
hurt.
It wasn't. I can promise you it wasn't.
He walks
We
up to
were
you, grabs your hands, kneels in front of you. Then what happened? Are you okay? Why? What took the extra 4 days?
I can't tell you that I'm entirely sure. All I know is that we were attacked. We were left unconscious and probably for dead. And we had to hike back through the jungle. The other 3 people in our party were not who they said they were. They all met a much more gruesome end.
So dramatic. I love it.
I wish I had
And-
popcorn.
I have popcorn!
I have popcorn!
I have popcorn right here! It's in a bag! It's in a bag from last week!
Yep.
Oh, it's so stale. I chewed on that bag.
Oh, that was so good. Ooh,
Oh,
my
the
heart was
cheese.
pounding.
Oh, that is definitely rotten. Anyways,
Ooh.
I'll just take a sip of McGinnis.
McGinnis.
Ooh.
I'm just so glad that you're back alive. And you came here, and you didn't request me as your masseuse? Why? What?
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately.
kind of being a turd about that.
That fucking
And-
bitch.
She can't help it. She's just wound too tight.
Well, she's not the only thing that's too tight in this room.
Oh my god. Anyway, ship doobie. Hashtag ship doobie.
And unfortunately, due to being definitely not a family-friendly stream, but a no happy endings establishment, I'm not allowed to describe the ultimate happy ending that you receive to your wonderful spa experience that is shared from Julian.
Mm.
Mhm.
Getting laid
Yai'ral?
again.
Yai'ral, you are approached by Gertrude, a very short, looks like a dwarf, but is a human woman with the largest set of Gunhanagahoogs you've seen this side of Ramdahl.
Huh.
It almost seems like they are 90% of her body and personality.
Impressive. I don't
What are you
imagine.
talking about?
I just wonder how you deal with back pain.
Oh, I don't have any back pain. But I just have a couple of things wrong with my ankles, so I have to walk around with pillows in my chest in case I fall over, so I don't hurt myself.
Oh, indeed. That's a
I
good method.
actually got stabbed with a cast iron fence through the throat. That's why my voice is all fucked up like this, you know?
That's most unfortunate.
It's okay. You kids will be kids, and breaking into the Lord's offices was breaking into the Lord's and is illegal and a criminal offense in several counties.
Ah, yes. I can recall some of the more adventurous things I did in my youth.
Well, hey, how about you tell me about him while I straighten out your spine?
Sounds wonderful. What did happen with Julian? She kind of
Oh,
smirks.
he got switched over to that Golby fellow that I was supposed to work on.
Ah, I see. Well,
I don't know what happened. A scheduling conflict or something.
no, of course, something along those lines. Well, if you could work out my spine, that'd be most fantastic.
I got you. Just take a deep breath in
Ah,
and a deep breath out.
ooh.
All right. And one more time. Deep breath in
Mm.
and a deep breath out.
Mm. You have wonderful hands, Gertrude. Very
Why,
skilled.
thank you. I made them myself.
Hmm.
So, don't see many Yankees in this spot. What are you doing all the way out in Dryrust?
I am on a mission for my Queen Vlaakith, investigating some rather extraplanar anomalies in this that occupy this island.
I can tell you, I've seen some anomalies here. Like, Mr. Faltix. Ooh, he looks so old on the outside, but then you take off his shirt and boom! 8-pack of abs. Biggest muscles you ever seen. I don't know how he got them, but I don't think it was legal packing those many shirt, huh?
Probably not. Though I was curious. I heard there was an archaeologist here that was investigating something in the jungle, and he was supposedly looking for something.
Nah, we ain't got no archaeologists here. The only ologists we've got is geologists.
Nothing else of odd or strange circumstance in the area?
Not particularly. Although, I haven't seen Tahani recently. She usually comes out pretty often, but I haven't seen her.
Who's Tahani?
Ah, yeah. Tahani Tahir. Titi for short. She works over as an herbalist at the edge of town.
Oh,
Yeah, the shop's called Herbs from A to Z.
interesting. Perhaps I might check in with her. I do have a few questions about the area.
Well, Make sure you do that after I break this knot out of your back here.
Hmm.
And then she grinds into this sore spot on your back. It feels immensely painful, but also immensely relieving.
Mm.
After about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of waiting, Yai'ral, your two companions would finish up with their premium spa experiences. Tuk'Tuk, you feel so refreshed and happy, and you gain
Night
3
Scott.
temporary hit points.
Yay!
Thanks for joining.
Golby, I would like for you to make a performance check and a constitution saving throw.
Y'all, did I get my back blown out? Anyways, performance and then constitution saving throw?
That is correct.
Hmm.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cannot see.
I don't think you failed a performance check yet.
Okay, and then how do I do, like, constitution saving throw? Oh, here it is.
Yep,
Okay.
D&D all the way. You can join us next week. We'll be on at the same time.
Okay. You don't gain a level of exhaustion after that happy ending you received. However, due to the amount of performance that you gave, and even received, you gain 5 temporary hit points instead of the normal 3.
Y'all have no idea how, like, genuinely I just made a pog face over that.
While Yai had been waiting, she had also been asking some of the other employees questions, kind of sussing out any other odd behaviors and mannerisms around town. Gently inquiring about this archaeologist to see if anyone had heard of him.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Fuck yeah, I can do that. While these two are lollygagging. One of them gagging quite literally,
Maybe
I'm
a
sure.
bit closer to lollipopping.
We're just full on gagging.
Oh my god.
22! Whew! High rollers for the investigation club. Talking around to some of the other employees, some of the other patrons that walk in through the next couple of hours. Not much better to do than have one of the cold baths when it's so hot outside. And even the conditioned air in here seems to be faltering slightly through the sheer amount of desert heat that is compounding through the glass roof above you. But you're still able to remain sweatless after your lovely bath and massage. And with your investigation check, you are of the utmost certainty that no one is an archaeologist. No one has been an archaeologist in this town. There has only been one archaeologist to ever visit this town. They checked out the crypt and then left.
Interesting. I suspect you had a very good time in your endeavors.
Well, they weren't the endeavors I was expecting today, but they were quite lovely.
You are positively glistening, so I'm sure it was a good time.
Golby, I would love for you to add on your D&D Beyond page a singular sending stone that you were given by Julian for, well, maybe some one-off calls every now and then.
Okay, I am not logged into D&D Beyond.
What's the term I'm trying to think of? A booty call? A booty call.
Yes, booty calls.
I think that's right.
Exactly.
Sounds about right.
Well, while you two were enjoying the pleasures of the bathhouse, I was doing a little investigating. And I've discovered a few things rather interesting about this particular little town. There has never been, shy of one archaeologist that was it like a couple of years ago, this particular archaeologist?
Oh, several years ago, maybe 4 or 5.
All right, aside from an archaeologist that passed through about 4 or 5 years ago, the archaeologist that we seem to have an encounter with doesn't seem to exist in this town or never passed through. And that I can say with most certainty based on how many people I've talked to. They did mention something about the one who passed through about 4 or 5 years back did investigate the crypt that's on the north side of town. So, might be worth a look. I have 2 places I'd like to go suss out a bit more. The herbologist, yes, I believe herbologist is the term I'm looking for, and the Adventurers Guild.
Well, if you're doing it with an Irish accent, it would be herbologist.
Herbologist. I'm not doing it with an Irish accent, though, because...
It's not herbsologist, it's herbologist.
Herbologist.
It's not hisbologist, it's herbologist.
Oh, good lord. Blackett, save me.
That one was really stupid.
So, regardless, there's 2 places I would like to investigate. I don't know if you have any ideas, if you found out anything while you were, well, enjoying a happy ending, perhaps?
You could say that I enjoyed more than one.
Ooh.
But I did have an idea.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm all
The
ears.
other 3 adventurers, do we know if they're still in town?
I believe
Because if
the innkeeper said that they were still in the Dust Bunny Inn, up in the room next to yours. Or
we should
Julian's,
make sure
as it
that we
were.
go and check in with them.
Oh, most certainly.
We need to make sure that they may be able to corroborate our story. And if they aren't, then we'll know less than we already do.
That something else is afoot, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shall we hit... I believe I was told the Adventurers Guild is near here, and the herbologist is just across the way by the Fisher.
I don't mind going with you to the herbologist. Herbologist?
I believe you said you wanted to swing into the alchemist as well, didn't you, Tuk'Tuk?
Both stores Tuk'Tuk wanted to go.
Well, seems we have some investigating to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
And with that, I think we are going to leave things off right about there, as it is quite late into the evening, and we want to leave it off where I'm still doing the not hit midnight, where I transform back into my sad American paupered form. I still want to be Cinderella McGinnis.
Cinderella McGinnis.
Cinderella McGinnis McFucker.
Wait, I wrote it down. Hang on. McGinnis, McGillicuddy, McLaughlin, McManaham, McAllister, McFucker the third.
McFucker the third.
Cinderella
for the evening.
Cinderella McGinnis. Okay, I am putting a dead person in that crypt named Cinderella McGinnis, McGillicuddy, McLaughlin, McManaham, McAllister, McFucker the third.
I'm excited to go into the crypt now.
The longest tombstone you've ever seen.
It's really tall.
And sat right next to someone named Steve Jones.
Steve Jones.
I love that.
Bob Jones.
Bob Jones. Oh my god. Make it Bobbert
Great.
Jones just for weirdness sake.
Bobbert.
Bobbert. Oh my fucking god. That was
Okay,
a
so
riot.
I've got Bobbert Jones died from the plague, and Cinderella McGinnis McGillicuddy McLaughlin McManahan McAllister McFucker III choked on her own name.
And they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
All right.
Put that in capital. I'm going to screen this and send it to you.
Oh my god. All right. Well, with that, we are going to end it here for the evening, everyone. Thank you for everyone who came in and rated in. I appreciate you, raiders. We will be back next Sunday, same time, same chaotic energy. It'll be a fucking blast. No Irish next time. So say goodbye to McFuckit the third.
Oh, McFuckit, that's a new middle name.
McFucker, that was it. McFuckit. So, and thank you, Cece, for the clipping of the, yes, it is definitely my fault. So yes, we'll be back next week. Exactly. So yes, let me find someone we can go ahead and raid out to.
The Great Potato Festival.
The Great Potato Festival. And I will try and add before next week, I'm going to try and add those Sokka memes because I feel like they're appropriate for everything fucking Golby does. Golby's going to have the most fucking things on my channel just because.
But, like, I feel like Golby, he's inspired by so many characters, and, like, I feel like his energy meshes very well with the energy of Sokka.
Oh, yes. No, most certainly.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
out of all the characters that I pulled inspiration from to make Golby's design, Sokka didn't have any, like, actual part of the design other than Boomerang, but, I do think, yeah, like, personality-wise, it's the most relatable to Sokka. But your design is just all...
Juby's a thing. Everybody should hashtag Juby because I will die on that ship, man. Everybody should hashtag. I'm invested now.
There we go. Okay.
Julby is the relationship carrying this campaign.
Oh, Kibby, the Neo Kililims are on. I can't say their name correctly. Do you remember them?
Kibby's not here right now. You got McGinnis.
Alright, McGinnis, do you remember them?
Of course I remember them. They're so sweet.
They are
lovely.
so sweet. I'm going to read out to them because they are absolutely fucking wonderful. They're so sweet. Lovely couple. He's playing the freaking ukulele. Hell yeah. So we're going to go ahead and read out to them. Apparently they're going to be going to London soon. Ooh, which is cool for them. So yeah, we'll go ahead and read out to them. I think they're heading out for the night, but we'll see if I can read them before then. Wow. Right. All right. So we're going to go ahead right out. So, like I said, next Sunday, same time. See you guys all there. I don't think we have any other announcements.
Mash that subscribe button in the face like a boss! And high fives all around. Whoosh, whoosh. Thank you, and we will see all you dudes in next Dungeons and Dragons!
We'll see if I have sex again, too.
Uh,
Oh, God.
all right, so there's our commands. Hopefully we catch them before they call it tonight. But yeah. So, good evening, everyone, and like Miguel McFuckit said,
Close enough.
close enough. Smash that like button in the face.
There is no like button. I said subscribe. Subscribe, you motherfuckers. Or else I'll come into your house at night and I'll take all your teeth from you and I'll turn them into a necklace and then transport myself to the land of the leprechauns and we will take all your teeth and turn them into gold.
Alright, bye guys.
Get fucked.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.